Wherever you might be watching us, we are live and direct here again, of course, to keep it real in today's political analysis here in Callwave TV. You're most welcome, Mr. Lucky, and to esteemed fans, wherever you might be watching us. Yes, we are here to discuss one of the, of course, heartbreaking news yesterday that broke out in Abia State, where in the cattle markets of the Fulani community, 80 bodies were found dead, littered all over the forest, and 20 bodies were beheaded without head, lying lifeless, and that amounts to 100. You can imagine what is happening. There have been some secret war going on, and because of this, after the discovery, Governor Oti has to shut down the cattle markets for proper investigation. Why should all these bodies, and who are those bodies? Of course, the missing people that were found dead, and Fulani happens to be in control of those particular territory regions where they cohabit and do their businesses. So, what do you have to say?
What do I have to say is, the government discover the body where they are from. Are they the indigenous of that place, or they are the Fulanese people? Let the government go do their investigation and find out who are they, whether it's from the outsider or if they are from here. How could they kill up to 100, almost 90 something without no one person
100.
see it? Something is gone somewhere. And it's not a new thing to Nigerians. So many dead bodies have been found in other states without agency of government doing the thorough investigation and give us feedback. Because this country's lawlessness, the government is not up and doing. Everybody is just, you are your own government in your own territory. Police are not doing their work, army are not doing their work. You see them following the politicians instead of them at least look at the people. We pay them taxes and everything with their money, our sweat. And what we get, nothing. I believe we should allow the governor to do the investigation and see what happened, and so that we can take decisive, and so that people can be safe in that community. Good at the market shut down, but let them go further. Find out who are these people. Are they the indigenous or the Fulanis? I cannot say now that the indigenous are the cause of it or the Fulanis are the cause of it. So they should check thoroughly. Let the security agency do their work. Where you keep 100, almost 100, and no security agency was no information, even arrest the perpetrator. Something is wrong to our agency. We need to look at it.
Don't you think that most of them could be victims of kidnapping? If possibly they are not able to pay ransom, they will, snip, of course, the life out of them. And some could be, there have been this allegation that the black market for organ harvesting has been booming. So for those who are beheaded, don't you think it's because of the quest for organ harvesting?
Never. That was it. They should allow the agency to do their work, so that I will not go and start giving wrong
Which
information.
agency will do their work? With the one you said they have not lived up to responsibility.
What do we do?
They don't know when this crime was committed, and could not, of course, have arrested the crime. So what else did they want to do? What kind of investigation? Is it not medicine after death?
You are still going to need them, because you can't go to Mua, you can't go to America. I import them. What they is for them now to look for different body and set up different body, human rights and other things, and let them look at it and come up with a new report, so that at least we can deal with it. But we don't know where that is coming from. Nobody was arrested, So I think it's a good thing the governors have to do it. We have a new government now, so that you will not say they are biased. People voted for him, let him do his work. He's not going to stop good note people dying without knowing it's very, very wrong.
It's
That's
very
what I mean.
wrong.
Very wrong.
What is your reaction regarding the position of Atiku regarding the
Article spoke
Supreme
very well.
Court?
Article spoke very well. Article realized that the Supreme Court cannot even deliver him. That the Supreme Court need to be the alignment. It need to change. And again, the problem is that president are the one appointing them. Don't forget, when you pay money to, when you pay salary, as the final say. So government pay them, government employ them. How you going to get justice? So I think they have to recall the whole system. That's number one. Article say. Article says it's going to remain in Nigeria to monitor the situation. So be it. Thank God that he has been able to.
He also said that the Supreme Court have affirmed criminality and forgery, and that will not be in the interest of nation building.
I think that is where we watched yesterday. We know that the Supreme Court, what they are doing, if you favor A, the other will support it. If you don't favor A, now the Supreme Court will not favor him. If you favor him, they will be praising Supreme Court. But let me tell you, for me, I don't believe all the Supreme Court of a team. I won't tell you that.
Fabura Wike is now on the spot. So what exactly is happening over there in River State?
Wike have become emperor. Wike have become nuisance. Wike want to control Abuja, want to control River State. Wike turn himself to Godfatherism. So Godfatherism. So for me, Wike is having a whole share. So I believe he's not going to have it. The governor should stood the way Obasaki stood, so that Godfatherism can go for River State. That is my opinion.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You have a call so that I can answer your call. Yes, there have been so much tension, especially in River State, bordering on the purported move, of course, to oust the incumbent governor of River State from office. There have been some conspiracy, of course, to impeach him. Upon, of course, getting the information, the governor has to move swiftly in order to save himself from being disgraced out of office. People have alleged or accused Wike to have masterminded such move, being that Fubara was not able to keep his own bargain, his own agreement. His interest seems to have been betrayed. I mean, Wike's interest. According to Dokubo Saraki, he said agreement is agreement. Even when he does not protect the interests of the masses, should such agreement be allowed to continue at the expense of the masses? How can you be diverting money that was meant to develop and deliver dividends of democracy to the rivers people just to satisfy a particular power brokers or supposed Godfatherism? You're most welcome. Let's start with such development in River State. It has been turned to a theater of war.
I think what we are seeing in River State is an explanation and a display of what we have in our Nigerian politics. Godfatherism is the order of the day. Nobody climbs to that ladder of power through Godfatherism and the next day stand against his godfather. You might not survive it. You might get consumed. Don't get me wrong. I am not saying it is right. Godfatherism is everywhere. Okay, we have it in the drug business. We have it even in our normal banking industries. We have it even in our corporate world. In politics, when you rise to the position of power through a godfather, it's only, commonsensical for you to what? To return a significant percentage of your federal allocation back to you. If you had gone to that position, you have gotten to that position through that Godfather, you have a responsibility to do that. But what we have today is a Fubara trying to go against an agreement he had with his Godfather. Is it good? Morally, yes. But in reality, it is wrong. Let me tell you why. A Fubara was not put under duress when he was going into that agreement. As at the time he was going into an agreement, he sold out every river's indigenous. He sold all of them out. He sold them out to Wike. He swore an oath. And they got into an agreement of Yendeba. I am scratching your back now. When you eventually win, you must not object to scratch my own back too. But as it is, Fubara is painting Wike as being overlord. He's overbearing and all, every word you can use.
Now, seeing that he is the substantive governor of Rivers State, and he has weighed, of course, the coins, and know that if he should continue in that line, he will not deliver dividends of democracy as promised, as the people expect from him. And at the end of the day, people will have to blame him. So he needed to save his image, regardless of, it's better he offend an individual and please the generality of the masses. Don't you think there is wisdom in that?
No, there's no wisdom. That is just what we call fraud. There's no wisdom.
Fraud in terms of taking the public funds to satisfy an individual.
Whatever Fubara is doing,
why the masses are left at whatever happens to them.
Fubara is doing right now is fraud. The very day he signed an agreement.
Mm-hmm.
The very day he signed an agreement was the day he sold his integrity.
Is that an agreement captured by the state constitution?
Listen,
which governs the operations of the
government. Went into an agreement with his Godfather.
That is personal. That is personal. It does not involve.
His personal,
he should not in any way,
and,
of course,
and his personal
jeopardize
gains,
the interests
and his
listen, the variance.
Your personal gains should never override the people's, interests.
Of course,
Fubara's personal gains was what pushed him to sign an agreement
before he became the president, the governor.
Now he would not. Now
after becoming the governor,
he would not become.
He has the statutory.
Oh no! He won't become. He won't become. No, listen. When you are loyal to God, you are loyal to God. You don't say that I want to use the devil to access God. No. Come on. You don't do that. It's either you are loyal to your people, and that is it. Come day and night, you shouldn't be found wanting for one single reason. You think if push comes to shove, they now start exposing themselves. Wike will bring empirical evidences. But Nigerians, we tend to lack what we call integrity. We have no moral compass. And we are all selfish. That is who we are. Fubara is not a man who has integrity. This is a man, even before now, was being chased for 400 billion naira fraud. It was the same Wike that used humility to guide him. Today he is a governor. Because of the help of his immediate past governor.
So what do you have to say about how he was tear gas and shot at?
Let me tell you, everything Fubara is getting today, he is the creator of it. But yes, he is the creator of it.
That a governor should be humiliated and assaulted in such a manner
he sold him
by the police.
My brother, he sold himself out. Let us go to Ambode and Asiwaju's case. Ambode and Asiwaju. Ambode sold himself out too. Ambode, everybody likes him. But at the end of the day, he went in an agreement. You think if he never was in an agreement, he wouldn't have come out to reveal many secrets? Let me tell you, what keeps them not exposing their Godfather is because they understand that they were in an agreement. What he's doing, when you look at it superficially, is good. But when you look at it, if you look at it deep down, you understand that Fubara, destiny, that position, he didn't get there by merit.
Of course, I agree
He
with
didn't
you.
deserve it. He bought it by selling the interest of the river people. But he won't come out today and be, showing the highest level of hypocrisy. But I mean, the Ijaw people should fight for their rights. The Rivers people should fight for their rights. But it is a mark on May for either Wike or Fubara. If Wike wins, that is the final hand for Fubara. But if Fubara succeed, Wike has met his Waterloo. But as it stands, I can see that PDP chieftains are pushing Fubara, and I think it's a goal. It's a way to go. Because as it stands, Wike will try as much as possible to fight Fubara without including PDP, because he knows he has messed up.
You have messed up.
Let me tell you what the mistake Wike made was fighting with PDP. Every other godfathers don't fight with their political parties. Look at what happened to Tinubu in Lagos State. He didn't fight with APC. He wasn't having any issue with APC in Lagos State. Look at every other state that we have similar issues. Okay? They didn't fight with their what? With their political party. But Wike now is fighting with PDP and also is fighting with Fubara. So
don't you think that will spell his political dynasty, the end of his political dynasty?
That's what I said. I said
because he has gathered more enemies to
this
himself.
is what I'm saying. Wike and Fubara, they are in a crossroad. They are in a junction at a cliff of their extermination politically. So it could fall into the sides of Wike or what Fubara. Wike will only succeed if he has a support from the center. If he has a support from the center, it will succeed. But again, will the center support him?
Now, you see, Fubara have made a very smart move. In less than 12 hours, he has dissolved the cabinet. He have suspended the people he needed to suspend, dissolved the local government chairs, which might be loyal to Wike, which maybe Wike might be banking on.
That is it.
See, don't you think that Wike structure has been finally dislodged?
It is him sacking the local government is illegitimate. He cannot sack the local government chairmen by fiat. All right? He cannot, because they were elected. Now, secondly, he couldn't have sacked the I think what's it called? The judge, the chief judge. He couldn't have. He couldn't have. There's a statement that he has sacked him, but he couldn't have. Because the only people who sack or suspend are the NJC rather. Okay, the executive cannot sack the chief judge. But of course, there's a press statement, going around that he has done this, he has done that. Fubara that I'm seeing is in power, but he doesn't understand the process of using the power as we speak. The speakers of today, we have two speakers in Rivers State. There is one who is loyal to Wike. The other one is loyal to Fubara. But the one that is loyal to Wike is the one that have the what? That what's it called? That maize. The loyalists of Wike are the ones with the maize. And it is where the maize lies, that the decisions can be made. But let us see what happens. In any democracy, the most critical arm of government is the what? It is legislative arm of government. The legislative arm of government can sack Fubara. But I expect Fubara to take his actions, and I hope the PDP guys who all want the downfall of Wike succeed. And I also equally hope that Wike succeed. So I am not supporting anybody. It's just a show that I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying the thriller, by the way. I'm enjoying it. It's a lovely one.
But isn't that a disgrace to the nation? Of course, to the Committee of Nations, seeing Nigeria being portrayed in such an unruly manner, even those who call themselves honorables, excellencies, but the path that brought them to the place of excellency
This
was excellent.
This is a culture we have breeded since 1999. Kano State has a godfather, and it is not hidden. You can see it clearly that Kwankwassia is the order of the day. You can see you must put on a red cap It is more or less like a cult society. All right. In Lagos State, we know there's Godfatherism. In Delta State, we know there's Godfatherism. You understand? In Zamfara State, we know there's Godfatherism. I mean, there are only two states categorically I can say there's no Godfather today: Abia and Oyo State. Even in Ogun State, there's Godfather. Abia and Oyo State are the only two states that I think they are freed from the shackles of Godfatherism. And I hope a person like Seyi Makinde and Alex Soti will not turn themselves to Godfather in the near future. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Before you leave, I wanted one question for you. What do you say about the hundreds dead bodies that were discovered in Fulani cattle markets within the Fulani community in Abia State, which led to the government moving swiftly to shut down the cattle markets? Dead bodies lying littered over the bushes.
Nigeria, we are not ready. We are not ready. Yesterday, Zulum cried out. He said that we have to be careful or Boko Haram will wipe out this nation. Our security, the technologies are there that we can use to tackle it. We are not inventing anything. All we need to do is just go and buy the technology. And that technology is simple. Image sensor, CCTVs, a very effective surveillance system across the nation. When we do that, we can see what people are doing, how people are moving, and then we equip our military and our police forces with good equipment. All right? I would not go for the amendment that citizens should have right to possess weapons. No. But I would go for an amendment whereby all state governors are compelled to install CCTVs in all critical junctions where people gather. I mean, it is crazy. How can we have 100 people in the market?
About 20 of them beheaded.
It doesn't make any sense.
Don't you think that is this booming?
That is a ritual. That is a ritual then.
Booming, what do you call it? Organ harvesting.
It is just crazy. It is crazy, and I hope Alex Soti will take my advice into action. We need surveillance cameras. All these places, enough of this easy access in and out of every state. We need to have borders. If we don't, we might not have fence borders, but we need to have security sensors across borders. Motion sensors at our border lines. As people are leaving and going out, we need to have motion sensors. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Can that be sustainable with the borrowed funds? You know, the government keep on borrowing.
Don't give them a room to give excuse. It is very, very sustainable. We have to stand up against this level of insecurity in our state and as a nation, because otherwise Boko Haram will consume, I'm afraid, all of us.
Thank you so much, and for these wonderful submissions. I think you are right. The safety and security of the citizenry should be the priority of any responsible government. And to this end, of course, any responsible government must ensure the safety of our citizens. There is no time given in schools. We are fed up with all this endless rhetorics. Good morning.
All right.
MC Grammar.
Yeah, good morning. This is MC Grammar, the man that likes saying the truth all the whole time. That is just me. Yeah, good morning to Nigerians in diaspora. Good morning to Nigerians anywhere you're watching me from. I love Nigerians and I will keep being a Nigerian. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. MC Grammar. You see what happened yesterday where in Abia State, the governor discovered lifeless bodies. About 100 of them, 20 of them was beheaded. Within the Fulani, of course, settlings. Within the Fulani community, the place that were given for the Fulani's cattle and activities. That lifeless bodies was discovered lying littered all over the bushes. So what is your take regarding this?
And thank God I'm not a governor. That's what I'm saying. If I'm a governor of a state, the Fulani people, I will checkmate them. It is because they don't checkmate Fulani people. That is why they practice anything they want to do. Fulani are even more wicked than the Hamas that we are talking about. I'm telling you, Fulani, if you're Fulani man, you are very wicked. All Fulanis are very wicked. In fact, they are not even supposed to be considered as a human being. But my problem is that all these governors
you
we
don't
have,
mean they are not supposed. Are they animals?
they are even more than
They are not animals.
they are more
human
than
beings.
animals. That's
If
the
by
truth.
Fulanis, we
Let
know
me
there
tell
are
you something.
responsible ones
You
among
don't
them.
listen. Let me tell you something. The responsible one, of course, that you're talking about are the educated ones. But you see, the so-called illiterates, those ones are worse than animals.
So who do you
So,
blame for their illiteracy?
I
Is it the government?
I don't
Or
have
the
time
society?
to blame anybody for their illiteracy because it's their culture. I don't have time to blame anybody for their illiteracy. It is their culture. But don't,
Illiteracy is part of their culture.
yes, don't use your culture to affect others. So what I'm trying to say, even the governor that discovers it, I'm sure that they will treat it with kiss and glove. Then I will take action. Are you mad? Are you mad in my own state to kill over more than 100 people? And you'll be here 20 and I'll be watching you talking softly? That you must be a weak governor. You must be a stupid governor. It's high time in life that we should emotionally be attached with all things. As a governor, how can you be watching 100 lifeless body of your citizen on the floor and watching 20 beheaded? And you are now still speaking English? I don't understand.
Well, he has
This
switched
is
into
no
action,
time.
but pending
He doesn't have any action. That's not an action.
get
See,
to know the
I tell you
further
something. There's a way you swim into action. The whole world will know you swim into action. That's the truth. Can you go in Fulani and practice such? Stupid people. Can you go there in their own place and practice such? A Yoruba man or house, Igbo man, go there to behead their citizens. Can you do that? Nonsense, nonsense. How do I put it? Citizens. Sometimes Igbos does things the way I'm always crazy about. If anybody point at you with a left hand, you point at him with a right hand. That is life. Look at now, Israel is attacking Hamas. Who is talking? Everybody say God of Israel. I love Israel action. Are you mad?
The major concern is that these regions or this area were predominantly occupied by the Fulanis, and they have almost in total control of those regions. So it has been, of course, speculated that these people might be part of the victims
Okay.
of kidnapping.
Can I tell you the reason in the first place? If I were the governor of a state, give Fulani a place to dominate. Put security there. These people can do and undo. You know them. This is the first time we'll be talking about Fulani. Put security there. What are you saying? No security,
Abia
nothing.
indigenous, we are blaming the former governor,
Of course.
Ozokalo, for such acts. So what do you have to say?
Of course, I believe in them. The former governor too need to be blamed. Need to be blamed because if you checkmated these people, how do you not give them a settlement? You know Fulanis are very dangerous. Can't you put security to monitor all their movement and everything? And now you didn't do that. They're just killing your citizens. Every day you are losing souls. An idiot. What do you do at the end of the day coming out to speak English? English cannot help you in this matter. You need to swim into action. You need to swim into action. First of all, are there no people settling in another place? Capture everybody. Hey, you see, sometimes this country, they make me annoyed. Are there no people settling there? There are people saying, first of all, arrest everybody. Everybody is a suspect. They cannot claim that they don't know anything. In as long as you are living there with a not torture, the truth will come out. So what are we talking about?
Well, away from that, I think you said that the Supreme Court have institutionalized criminality and forgery by affirming the candidacy of course, Ahmed Bola Tinubu.
Let me tell you something. Is it because nobody wants to say the truth? The Supreme Court are failures. I'm just saying it confidently to them. Supreme Court, if you're hearing me, you all are failures. But let me tell you something. Your children will pay for what you have done. You know why? Because I want to say something. Sometimes when you talk on national television, people say, reduce the way you talk. It is not reduce the way you talk, but let us say the truth.
Yeah, we have to say the truth.
Let us say the truth. Let us say the truth because
YouTube community guidelines.
Yes, okay, I can understand you. Okay, I'll work on that. Now, whatever you're doing, it will definitely affect your future.
Of course.
All right, you said
Whether
Tinubu.
positively or negatively.
Everybody says it. Americans have come out to say they don't know how it came about this. You are saying no. They just okay, fine, no problem. Tinubu ruled for 8 years. My happiness in this is that I'm an Igbo person. There is no how this country will burn that an Igbo man will suffer. Yorubas and Hausa will suffer. That's my happiness.
Everybody
Igbos,
is affected, not
no,
just one
Igbos will always
particular
survive. That's my happiness.
ethnic
They will
nationality.
always survive no matter anything, no matter the odds. But the people that will go down are Hausas and Yorubas, mostly Yorubas. So their brother is there. When they were trying to vote, they saw what they knew what to do. They knew what is good. They knew the person that is good for this country. But they decide to go on tribalism. Tinubu ló lè ṣe. Why are you not crying, idiot? Why are they crying? Tinubu ló lè ṣe ti ṣe fún yín now. Then why are you not voicing crying again? The other day I was at the scene when at the park when some Agbero were discussing Tinubu. They were calling him all sorts of names. I told them, hey, Tibere, Babala Yashimajen. That's the truth because you are just started. Continue, you are talking. What are the 4 years? So, is going to turn Nigeria upside down. Dollars is still going to rise to 5,000. Let's watch it.
5,000.
Oh, Akoko.
Is it a prophecy?
Hey,
Of,
it is
of
not a
doom
problem.
or
It's something I know.
reality?
Before dollars came to this thing,
5,000.
I have told people that dollars is going to last year. I told them dollars is going to rise to 2,000. What is happening now? What is happening, my brother? Watch and see. We are just going. We are moving there. Just watch
Now,
and
what
see.
will become of Nigerian states when this happens?
Of course, we will definitely survive. Nigerians have been surviving and surviving. We are not a country that will go down. So Nigeria is known for that. We are too rugged. Nothing will ever make us go down.
We are too
So
rugged but too
we are
docile
too
to
rugged.
confront
We
the
can't
monsters.
go down. We can't go down. So after the stupid fucking 8 years of Tinubu, let's see another president.
Thank you so much.
Perhaps it could be Kwankwaso. Then our life will now finish. You don't understand this country because from what I'm hearing now, Tinubu is trying to convince Kwankwaso to come in. So next one, Kwankwaso is going to be our president. All of us will suffer. Thank you very much.
Thank
My
you so
name
much,
remains
MC
MC
Grama,
Grama.
for your
Thank you very
wonderful
much.
submission. And I hope, of course, those who believe in humanity will not suffer. We have another esteemed comrade who is here to give his own part of the analysis here in Political Rumbles. Good morning, Mr. Da.
Thank you. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yes, let's start with what is happening in River State. Wike has been on the spot again. You see, the Maradona is once here, of course, trying to show his tactics and dribbling abilities to dislodge Fabula, who is the incumbent governor. What is your take on that?
Thank you. I think the development in River State at the moment is disturbing, and everywhere, meaning Nigerians should be concerned about this current development. Nation Wiki has finished his tenure as a governor of River State, and I think undue interference that we are seeing going on in the present leadership of that state should be discontinued, and I think that is what has given birth to some of the fracas that we are witnessing in that state. If not checked, can degenerate into a full-blown lawlessness and disorderliness, which we do not want. And I think that is why I think the president, the commander-in-chief of armed forces should step in as soon as possible to ensure that the security of lives and properties in that state is ensured.
Prior to this time, before the election, Wike was granted an interview with the Channels Television. He said that he's not going to meddle into whoever becomes his successor, that he has finished his tenure. But what is playing out now, is it that because of the inconsistency of those who call political leaders, they are not consistent with their words and actions? So what we are seeing now is in contradiction with the submissions he made during those interviews. So what can you say about an average politician?
You know, talk is cheap. Statements of that nature uh, coming from somebody like Wiki, which if you have studied him properly, you know that he's someone that likes power. It's somebody that loves to be in charge, and I mean full charge of things. So when he made that statement, political watchers should understand that he meant the direct opposite. And I think we are not too surprised. Don't I mean, don't forget, this is just like 5 months into the administration of that, the life of that administration. We are already having this level of heat in that state. That should tell you how much of, excessive a wiki can become. Don't forget, Atiku Abubakar has to excuse him a couple of months ago in terms of being the vice president, presidential candidate, being a running mate. So these are some of the qualities that people have seen in him to warrant some of those decisions at that time. So it's not out of place when we are seeing what we are seeing now because of the person of Nelson Wike that we know of, and I think it should be called to order. His excesses should be contained.
And what do you think about the instruments of the state playing side rather than ensuring the safety of everyone? We saw the police firing tear gas and shooting at the president. I mean, the chief security of the state.
You know, it is sad when you see what happened that yesterday. When,
honestly, I was shocked that even
the CSO of the state,
the governor,
being tear gas, water cannon being used on him, and all of that. So that tells you the level of lawlessness that our country has become. Don't forget, this is not new. This is not new. We've had sitting governor being embarrassed,
kidnapped,
almost kidnapped. Ngige was, it was a clear example. Ngige was kidnapped in his time. Ayofayoshe was chased out. Ladoja in Ibadan. You know, we can. I mean, the list is almost endless in terms of how federal might in quotes now has been used to dislodge a state government or a state governor. So it's not new, even though it is sad and uncalled for in a democracy. But that is what our nation has degenerated into. And I think well-meaning Nigerians must begin to speak against the current evil that's happening in that state and call the perpetrators to order. Just as we have asked, using the instrument of states to embarrass even the states. We have always seen that play out in most of the states or in some of the states in the past. And it hasn't stopped. It is because agencies of government or security agency in this case most of the time are loyal to individuals and not to the state. They don't understand their role, that they are meant to be impartial. They are meant to be neutral. They are meant to enforce the law and not just to pledge their allegiance and loyalty to individuals. And I think it's a sad commentary.
Honestly, and Fubara have said, of course, he's ready for any eventuality, that he is not going to back down or succumb to any threats. Don't you think that Rivers State will become possibly the Gaza experience in few days or weeks to come?
I mean, we don't wish that for that state. We wish such we don't get to that stage, and that was why I said in my when I said earlier that the commander-in-chief of armed forces, the president of this nation, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, should step in immediately and ensure that the security of lives and property, which is the primary responsibility of government, is ensured in that state. And I think that is where I stand.
Thank you. On the final note, about 100 bodies were discovered lifeless in Abia State, precisely the Fulani community cattle community in Abia State, upon which the government has to shut down, of course, indefinitely the activities within those regions. What do you think would have led to that? About 20 of them was beheaded within that community that was predominantly controlled by the Fulani uh, herders.
You know, this issue has lingered for too long, and I think I don't know how long we still have to experience this level of madness. Bodies, skeletons of people being pulled out in that community. That tells you how unsafe our nation has become. How can such number be missing in a community, and there was never a deliberate effort to unravel the mystery that led to their disappearance and all of that. So the earlier our security agencies understands their role, the better for the nation. It is unheard of that we are having that number. These are not one, this is not two, and all of that that has turned to skeleton in those communities. And I mean, the nation has always moved on as if nothing has happened. This calls for a national inquiry. This calls for the president even setting up a panel to unravel what has happened. Who are these people? And all of that. But I won't be surprised that in a few days' time, the nation has moved on.
Honestly, and why should such happen even without the Fulanis calling the attention of the security operatives in such matters? Honestly, that could be some level of conspiracy if Fulani could not have taken the step to call the attention of the security operator. Look at what is going on if they are not aware of such happenings.
You know, so that one doesn't speculate. That is why security agencies ought to. They should be the one talking to us on this matter. They should be the one telling us what led to what. And they shouldn't leave the space open for just speculations and things that are not concrete, without facts and all of that. So the security agency should unravel what happened and talk to Nigerians about it.
And possibly take the appropriate
Exactly.
actions.
That is how societies are built. Yes.
Just like the governor of Borno State said that if you are not careful, that Boko Haram will extinct, will kill everyone within the community.
Can imagine coming from the chief security officer of the state.
Yes, what is that his name again?
So what is left for
Borno State?
Is it not Buni that is there? Is it Buni or what's his name?
No, what is that? Is the Borno governor? That escaped my mind.
So I mean that should tell you how helpless some of these governors are. Helpless. I mean, Boko Haram will take over their estate and he's helpless.
Honestly.
Is that supposed to be coming from somebody that is the chief security officer of the state? That tells you that this current structure is not working and we must do something about it.
Thank you so much for wonderful submissions.
Thank you.
I do appreciate. Yes, if a whole governor could be crying out how helpless he is, of course, with the level of devastation, criminality being perpetrated by Fulani herders, what else will an ordinary individual or citizens do? You are most welcome, comrades. Good morning.
Hey, thank you, my brother.
Let's come. It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow colleagues, my comrades. Yes, what was your stake? What was your questions?
Yeah, my question is borders on the spike of insecurity rocking the entire region. In Abia State, within the Fulani community or cattle markets, over 100 bodies were found lifeless. About 20 of them were beheaded. This led, of course, the governor to shut down the markets indefinitely, depending on, of course, the findings of what could have led to that. So my question is that how could we be experiencing such I mean, in this time, in this 21st century?
Yes, thank you for having me, my brother. You know that is an indices. That is a spontaneous reactions. That there is a laguna. Our state is porous. Our boundaries, every year, year in, year out, you see governments, even at the central government, keep on budgeting huge amounts for security. But at the end of the day, what you see is what you got. What we are getting is against humanity. Over 70 lifeless bodies beheaded. It's a pitiable, dismal, abysmal. It's a regrettably lugubrious that those who claim to pilot the affair of this nation continue to live in peace and luxuries, while the few, while the majority of Nigerians continue to live in wallow poverty. This security has become the order of the day. It's a pitiable dismal that those who claim to be in the helm of affair, policy formation and order to protect life, the Constitution says very clear, in section 14, state very clear that the primary function of every government, the number one functions of every government at the center or at the regional government is to protect life and property of the citizenry. That's the function. It's not something that we go to church and pray for. It's something that before you say you want to govern, that's the primary function.
It is mandatory.
It's mandatory. Section 14 states very clear, categorically, that the primary function of every government is to protect life and property of the citizenry. That's the function.
And in a situation whereby the government fails in that primary responsibility.
So when the government fails in that primary responsibility, it's a ridiculous. That government is ridiculous. That government, we assume there is no government. In a state where the life of the citizenry cannot be protected, in a state where the primary function of every government are not seen, you discover there is an issue. There is a big issue. There is a challenge that government must be called to order. That government must be asked to look down the constitution that brought the power, whether or not has really performed his requisite function of providing the protection of the citizens. And this is the same government that traveling here and there, looking for investors to come.
Honestly, just like Governor Zulum, it just come to my mind now. Governor Zulum of Borno State, he said if you are not careful, the Boko Haram will wipe us off. So it means there have been activities of Boko Haram ever since. Of course, no matter what has been happening, that the activities of Boko Haram has been sustained in Borno State and across different regions of this country.
You could remember vividly, the former President Jonathan said very clear and open that the Boko Haram have been infiltrated into the Nigerian service, in civil service, and people who gang up against him say they should bring his head. Now why must he say so? The gladiator in the north, who doesn't want, because he came from a radical minority, gang up against him. So why must he say that? Today we have seen that the Boko Haram have been infiltrated into the Nigerian system. The same Boko Haram who has been infiltrated has become to bring damages to Nigerian system, going to bring damages to Nigerian populace. Today, the Boko Haram is in the government. Today, the Boko Haram is in the government house. Today, the Boko Haram is in the civil service. Today, the Boko Haram is in all our sectors. Name them. That is why you find it difficult that when Boko Haram is being casinated and you don't see him giving what the law says he should be given. The same Boko Haram will be given what would they call? It will be dealing with kick blow. Putting them and state pardon. Can you give a state pardon to a terrorist? It's not happening in the world, anywhere in the world.
Honestly.
Boko Haram is not given state pardon.
Pardon.
Terrorism is not being pardoned.
At all.
You want to deal with terrorism, you do it decisively. But in Nigerian system,
according to the law.
according to the law, but in Nigerian system, we discover that Boko Haram is being given a state pardon at the end of the day. These are people that have made people, these are people that have rendered homes useless. These are people that have turned the society upside down. I wonder the families of those who have loved their loved one will be looking at those people that have been given state pardon. We believe that we will later give appointment into our civil service.
Sometimes they will infiltrate into the army,
into the army
and begin to unleash the same mayhem.
So this, you see, when Jonathan said it, they said he should bring his egg. So the truth is bitter in our country. But I want to tell them categorically that this country belongs to all of us. I want to tell them categorically, Nigeria don't belong to one ethnic tribe. It belongs to all Nigerians. It belongs to us. We will not fold our hands and see some few people who claim to pilot the affair of Nigeria continue to put us and continue to grow in a luxurious velocity of wealth, like I said earlier. Why the majority of Nigerians continue to wallow in hunger, continue to wallow in poverty, continue to wallow in insecurity. Look what happened in all over the states, mostly in the southeast. The government in power who have claimed that when within 24 hours, within 2 weeks in power, they will be able to tackle security in the southeast. Today, as we speak, last week I was coming from the southeast. My heart is hell. This security situation in the southeast is uncalled for. The area has become this security has become an eyesore. It's a spontaneous reaction is what is happening in the entire country.
What was your experience like within the southeastern region?
You know, you see in the southeastern region, every kilometer is a checkpoint. And the same, despite that, you continue to see mayhem. The travelers in the southeast are not finding it easy because every kilometer you see somebody stepping you, searching you, checking your load, bringing you down. You will be trekking for close to 1 hour on your feet in the name of security. You see humiliations against the Nigerian people in your own country, in your own community, in your own state. Inhuman situations have been treated to Nigerians in the name of security. But these are the gladiators. These are the political gladiators that are acting in disguise in order to release mayhem. You can see that the election is coming within the Imo State and the environs. The political gladiators are there in the name of, hunting people because of their own parochial interests. Because they want to make sure that they continue to put themselves in power, perpetuate themselves in power. So we lay insecurity against the ordinary Nigerian. I want to tell them that this country belongs to all of us. Like I said, that this country belongs to all of us. It does not belong to one political, whether it's APC or PDP or Labour Party. It belongs to all of us. That all this shenanigans in government, all this putting themselves in power, making sure that you want to stay put. If you are a performing governor, the people will vote you without killing, without maiming people.
Of course.
But if you want to continue to put themselves in power, the people will resist it. This time around, they will going to resist. I believe my brother in Imo, my brother in any part of the country that the governor is not doing what he ought to do, is going to resist this shenanigan. The governor, the people of Imo State must duly elect their governor. The governor that will protect them. A governor who will care for them. A governor that will do what the Constitution said in Section 14. For the betterment and for the security wealth of the people and in Nigeria in particular.
And what do you have to say concerning what is happening in River State between the former governor and the current governor? The threat of impeachment and all that.
Yes, my fellow comrades, like what I said in your sister station this morning, like Wike, who is the godfather, have continued even after the governor has resumed office as the #1 security officer in Rivers State, as the chief security officer in Rivers State. The former governor Wike still want to sit in Abuja, take the best for the governor. Did the same governor who did not want his former governor, his predecessor to do same. You know one that Rotimi Amechi to do same, and he want to do same to the sitting governor. You remember the law of karma. You remember whatever you measure to somebody. That law is the prophet and the law. He is the law and the prophet. No one will escape it, whether in the politics or outside politics. I want to advise Wike.
So he's reaping what he has sown.
Definitely.
Over the
governor Wike is reaping what he sowed. The governor Wike, my advice for him as a governor, he should concentrate on the ministerial post, concentrate on the ministerial assignment. He said, wherever they put me, I'm going to perform. He should perform, that all eyes on him. You know, Wike is a person that you cannot detect. He's dying with the PDP in the morning, at night with APC. He's kind of political president today. No one can really know where he is. So he's somebody that you don't play with him. Somebody that you don't know his stance. He's in the PDP in the morning, he's in APC at night. That kind of politics is dangerous in a nascent democracy.
But do you think that this will spell his end, the end of his political dynasty?
For me, I can say it categorically that even we can continue to do what he has done in Rivers State, his political influence, his political dynasty, it will be coming to an end very drastic. Because this is what has happened to Amechi. You should learn from Amechi. Today, Amechi gradually has become politically irrelevant because what he did. So I see the governor Wike going that direction. He should allow the governor Fubari to contribute his own quota to the people of Rivers State.
I think you should add the word former governor.
Former
governor.
Yes, I'm sorry, yes.
It's no longer.
Yes, I would draw that statement. His former governor should allow the sitting governor.
Yeah, he's governor.
Yeah, he's governor.
He's governor.
He's governor.
Yes.
To contribute his own quota to the people of Rivers State. Rivers State does not belong to one particular person. Rivers State belongs to all Rivers. He does not belong to Wike. He does not belong to the gladiators.
Some said because of the agreement that was reached before, of course, he was chosen as the anointed candidate. But possibly he have seen that adhering to such agreement will hamper his chances of delivering dividends of democracy to the people, which of course the people will hold him responsible for not serving them meritoriously. And he said, no, we can't continue this extravagant spending and compensation. Let's face the realities. Let's face, of course, the art of governance. And Wike said, okay, you have touched the tail of a sleeping tiger.
Yes, thank you for that question, my comrade. You see, whatever the agreement the former governor with the sitting governor had is not relevant for now. The sitting governor had no contract with Wike. The only contract, the social contract that the sitting governor had is with the people of Rivers State. And the people of Rivers State is looking up to the sitting governor to deliver. If the sitting governor did not deliver, the discredit of the government will not go to Wike. Wike has performed as a local government chairman. He has performed as a commissioner. He has performed as a minister. But due respect to him, he has performed as a governor for 8 years. He has committed his own quota, very clear, to the people of Rivers State, by extension to Nigerian people. It's the time for the sitting governor to perform. The social contract is between the people of Rivers State and the sitting governor. It's not between the Wike. That whatever they done between him is fallacy. is not recognized by law. It's only one recognized by law is the social contract between the sitting governor and the people of Rivers State. So the sitting governor must keep his head straight and look what the promise the second he had with the people. Deliver the dividend of democracy with the people. Protect life and property of the people. That is the primary function of the governor. That's what I expect him to do. Provide job opportunity for the people of Rivers State. Provide reforms that will bring educational into all the sectors that need to reform. And by extension, the well-being of the people. Not a particular person who has become a tyrant, who has become a dictator to the state. We are in democracy, for crying out loud. We are not in a military government. The governor Fuba is answerable to the people of Rivers State, not answerable to one person.
Thank you so much for these wonderful submissions. We do appreciate you, esteemed comrades, for this learned analysis. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, my friend.
We do hope that in subsequent edition you also join us to, of course, discuss pertinent issues like this. Thank you so much. We appreciate your submissions and your time.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. Whenever you need, I'm at your service.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
God
Thank
bless you. Yes, esteemed fans, I hope you've been enjoying this fantastic moment with us here. Of course, the in-depth analysis of events. Please kindly give us thumbs up and like the videos. Of course, if you have not subscribed to this, please kindly do so. We appreciate you as you do that. Yes, this has been the most controversial issue here. And we have the next comrade, Mr. Chinedu. Let me call him. Chinedu. Yes, Chinedu. Chinedu, man. Who might be coming here to give his own analysis in a jiffy before we wrap it up, just about a few minutes from here. Yes, good morning, comrade.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure having you.
Good morning, viewers.
Yes, about 70 or close to 100 cops were lying dead, lifeless in Abia State. Upon discovery, the government had to shut down the Fulani cattle community. So, what is your take on that?
It's a very alarming thing, and that, I don't think that this kind of a thing should be allowed, to just go under the carpet. There should be a committee that will look into how those cops came to be at that particular place where the Fulanis are there in there. Just remember recently, about a few weeks ago, there was this peace meeting that was arranged by the governor of Abia State, Alex Oti, and the Fulanis, where they came and started making statements how they are withdrawing the quick notice that was given to Igbos in the past based on what the governors have said that to them and all that. But this discovery now, it tells a lot of things, and it's not be swept under the carpet. We need to investigate and find out, what actually, who are those people, who are those people that their corpses were found there, and for what purpose? Then by the time we begin to ask for what purpose we have such large number of corpses within a place, that foreigners dominate in Abia State, then we'll begin to know how come, because there's a lot of things, that need to be unveiled in this. I don't think Alex Oti will want to sweep this one under the carpet. It should make it public, because these are blood of Abians, that were killed mysteriously, and thank God it has come to limelight. We need to know what is actually, because we have been hearing that market where they rear cattle in Abia State is a very dangerous zone. People goes there and miss and all that, kidnapping and all that, and killing rituals and all that. And this has been done in a market where Fulanis, dominate, stay and do their stuff. Whether they are the ones they pick from inside their farms, come there, dump them, kill them, use their body for rituals and all that. So this is not a matter of sentiment. You understand? The governor should be able to sit on that case and unveil what led to that and what those corpses were meant for.
Don't you think it's in line with the statement of Zulu that if you are not careful, the Boko Haram will exterminate all of us?
Of course.
It means there have been secret activities of Boko Haram. I
believe that security forces should look into that market. Government should look into the activities of that market for years now and be able to find out, what is actually happening. It can be a place where they kidnap people, the Boko Haram, they hide Boko Haram in those areas. And I believe, these are the activities of Boko Haram, that they kill innocent Abians and hide them there and use their body for rituals. So I think, Alex, it's not a matter of sentiment or whatever they are going to talk about it. These are blood of loved ones, being cut off in their prime.
And their whereabouts are known.
Of course, their whereabouts.
And somebody blame the military for their disappearance.
Yes, and nothing to know. The IPOB should not sit down in this kind of case. This can be IPOB members, that these Fulanis used, connive with the military, kill them, take their corpse to those places, and they use it for whatever reason they want to use it for.
Well, we may not have evidence to that.
No, it's not a matter of evidence. This is a time. See, you cannot rule that out. There was a time, during the protest, people were missing.
Yes.
During the agitation, where people were protesting, people were missing. People are still missing in Abia State.
People are still missing.
You understand? These are blood of Abians. These are blood of Igbos. They were hidden where Fulanis have their cattle market. And we should not take that lightly at all. It should not be taken lightly. I do not think the governor will take it lightly.
Of course, and we hope so, that it will end like other committees that have been set up in previous years. Now, what is your take regarding, of course, the Fabura and the Godfather Wike in Rivers State?
It's unfortunate that Wike is becoming too arrogant. Wike, he has lost respect. I think Wike is becoming intoxicated with power. I think Wike is becoming very, very uncivilized by the way he does things this time around. And he should be very careful. Nothing lasts forever. Wike was governor of Rivers State for 8 years. Nobody disturbed him. This man, Simi Fubara, is just less than 6 months. And look at the kind of thing that is coming up. Wike should be careful. You should be very, very careful. The River State people are not going to accept it. The likes of Peter Odile, Omeha, Chibika Mechi, them. They should stand their ground. I thank God that the able governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, has taken the case. The PDP governors met and they have taken a stand, and they are telling the whole world that nothing should happen to Simi Fubara, and if there is anything happen, then I think it will be a hard time. If possible, this might lead to disintegration of Nigeria, because how long will we continue in this quest of Godfatherism? Everywhere Godfatherism.
We can have been a dogged fighter, but
he's a rubbish fighter. There's nothing dogged about Wike. Look at how Wike killed Igbos in Obibo. What is dogged about him? Tell me what is dogged. Something is insane. Wike is insane.
Mostly,
what is dogged? What's dogged on what regard? Was he not rubbish by Tambuwa?
Service.
No, did not Tambuwa rubbish him? Why can't you stop a sitting governor who is a PDP member? Tell him to stop Atiku from entering River State, forcing him to join APC.
Imagine.
It's not acceptable. And the guy is telling you that I'm a PDP governor. River State is PDP, and I'm loyal to Atiku. He said, no, Atiku is your enemy.
That is his personal business.
Look at the see how stupid Wike is. That shows that actually he was a madman when he was governor in River State. That was why he carried gun and killed Igbos, people. And you think we have forgotten? We are waiting for him. We are waiting for him. When he finished dancing his in Abuja and come back, then it's better for him to leave. Well, what he has sown in River State is going to backfire on his head and his family. The blood of Igbos he killed, people, will backfire on his head and his family. There's no two ways about it. And the time has come. Who are you going to please? Who are you pleasing? You are not in APC. You are not in PDP. Where are you? That means your personality is questionable like Tinubu. Look at the mess everywhere around the country.
Is it that they share common similarity with the incumbent president? The reason why they could work together?
Because the antecedents, Jagaban antecedent fever is blowing everywhere now. Everybody wants to be Jagaban.
And forgetting that you may not win all the time.
Hey, didn't win?
You see, Fobora have.
They didn't win. No, see, let me tell you. See, you don't push an ordinary walking stick to the wall. Let me tell you, if you see an old man is walking, and after some time you see him with walking stick, and you feel that walking stick is not important to the old man, if you remove that walking stick from him, he will shout. River State people is going to shout on Wike's head any moment from now. Tinubu should call him to order. That's what the people are saying. Tinubu should call Wike to order. He's becoming too stupid and arrogant. Why will Wike tell a sitting governor not to allow Atiku in River State that he should move from PDP to APC? Which any type of deal they entered is not our business. What we are saying is that as it stands now, Simi Fubara is the governor of River State.
Under PDP.
Under PDP. That's what we know.
What do you think about how water was spread, he was shot at by the instrument of the state?
That's what I'm saying. I think the tension is growing, is spreading. The atmosphere in the country now is blowing both Dick and Harry. But by the time it will exit the average class and enter the elite, that the revolution will start. And that will be the end of Nigeria. The thing is, it's coming. Tinubu has lost direction. What is busy now is empowering Yorubas everywhere. Appointing Yorubas in all the appointments, all the government settings. That's what he's doing.
I mean, he needed people he could trust.
Let me tell you, Buhari did the same thing. People complain. The Northerners are complaining. He has succeeded in Yorubalization.
But he was honest enough to tell you that he's going to step into the shoe of Buhari, and you never ask questions. What does he?
It's not for me to ask questions.
He's stepping into the shoe of
it's not for me to ask questions. Buhari gave him that position because Buhari believed that he worked for him. So it's a matter of compensation. It's not as if Tinubu actually won that election. This is a compensation thing. You understand? So you have seen it now that the man actually was not even ready, have no idea of how to run a government. Forget what he did in Lagos was just cosmetic. We have seen the real picture. Bro, we are in this country now. We are told that if Tinubu had come closer to Buhari, Buhari would have done well. Hear it? No, do you hear it?
Yes, we do.
Now, you have manipulated their way into the system. And in less than 3 months, dollar is 1,500.
Now?
Are you asking me now? You don't know what is happening?
No, the current...
Bros, I am telling you, I'm telling you what is happening. And the funny thing is that I don't think that Tinubu himself is mentally okay. I don't think he's healthy. I know that is just the truth. listen to what Atiku said yesterday. And my greatest surprise is that the Labour Party, the PDP, and the APM, who are members of the House, what are they doing? Unfortunately, do you know they partake in sharing the SUV money? They are supposed to have rejected as opposition. At least the Labour Party were busy. They were collecting those jeeps. Well, of course, they are supposed to have rejected it.
That is an average politician for you.
Oh, no, please.
They don't have ideology. They don't have.
It is opposition being part of this thing. Conspiracy
Against the masses.
You understand? So the thing is that, you see, that's why I'm saying that Fubara should take his stand firmly. The PDP governors have taken a stand already. Then let us see where Wike is going to come from. And that they should stop Wike from entering River State any moment from now. Wike is not, I've stayed in Port Harcourt before. I stayed at Rumola. Port Harcourt is a court state. Every street has its own court. I'm telling you.
You're right. You're right.
Because you have how many universities there? You have Uniport, you have River State, so many schools are there. So every nook and cranny, if you are in this street, you cannot enter the other street anyhow. Because every street has its own court gang group. The longest street in Port Harcourt is Rumola. That's where I stayed. And inside the Rumola, there are a group of women, they call daughters of Rumola. You dare not fuck with them. You understand? So, Wike, I think they should cut his tail. He's becoming too arrogant, and unfortunately, he has lost respect.
From your own end.
From my own
you still
personal
have people who are in solidarity with him.
Bro, I listened to Atiku yesterday. Atiku was bitter. And this government presidency so far should be careful. That's just the truth. They should be careful. Nigerians know that there are illegalities everywhere, especially in the judiciary. What happened? That judgment, how can you pass? See, we understand that judgment is being passed by evidence. Not by assumption or not by how you look at it, not by your money. But in Nigeria, evidence has been turned to technicalities. So where are we going from here? It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. Thank you so much, some congrats. Unfortunate indeed, honestly. Because if you may ask me where are we going from here, I don't know either. Because
you see, if we can feel that he has the light of Asari to Kubo them, Tombolo them. Remember, Ateketom is a River State man. Peter Odili is from River State. Ombeha is there. I don't know why this guy suddenly went underground, wrote me a Mechi. I think this is high time they come together and checkmate this man that don't know where he came from. He said he came from Bini. You don't know where Wike came from. His personality is treated in secrecy like a Tinubu too.
Thank you so much. We've spent much time here. Okay, let's just give you some minutes before we wrap it up. Our time is almost fast spent. Good morning.
Morning,
Atiku made a profound statement yesterday, alleging that the Supreme Court have conspired, of course, to affirm the supposed illegitimate, according to him, or the forgery scenario. So, what is your take?
Atiku is a mafia. Atiku is a mafia, and it takes a mafia to deal with a mafia. And Atiku has said that he's not buying down. He's not going down. You understand that he's gonna trip the fuck up. And
what does he mean by that? Or he's waiting for the next 4 years? Because there may not be other legal window to exploit.
This is just to tell you that PDP are going back home to re-strategize. to put themselves in order. Are you getting what I'm saying? Yo, see, they are the party that knows how to tackle this useless mafia.
But we've not seen that in the last 8 years of Buhari.
Don't just worry.
They have been dormant and
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. If you watch what Atiku said yesterday, he said the judiciary has been bought over. After all the evidence they presented, they turned the thing upside down. And he also said that an INEC needs to be an INEC should have been given full power. That power they gave to them is too much. That number one, when an aspirant presents a certificate this year, the following year, change another certificate, that INEC is not standing by its word. And I want to say this, that this as a citizen of the country will not help our democracy.
Now, does Atiku has the power to change who becomes the INEC boss?
No, just hold on now. See, what we are going to do in some months to come, PDP they are going to re-strategize. They are going to hold their next meeting, and the person that is going to be the chairman of PDP will soon be on fold. He's a strong man that stood his ground. That's why when all APC, they were dragging him, he must go. They put everything on him. The man stood his ground. They said he was APC, he was doing PDP. That is the man that is coming, that is going to be the PDP chairman.
Saraki?
Well, let's
Saraki, of course, Wike is also supporting Saraki. So
see, don't mention Wike.
No.
Wike is a politician that is a useless person, selfish and greedy. Selfish and greedy.
You can better use the word. It's not useful to you because of community guidelines.
Hello, sir.
YouTube community guidelines, so that you.
It is not useful to the people,
to the party or to the people.
Listen to me. It's not useful to APC. It's not useful to PDP. He's been appointed as a minister. Listen to me. The governor of Rivers State is going to take charge. He's going to stand gidigba, because one of the allegations they are going to use against him is that where Wike built his house in Rivers State is not in the map of Rivers State. They are going to uproot his house.
It's not in the map of Rivers State.
Yes.
It's where?
He built
in Imo State.
He built Aska. What I am saying is that it's not in the master plan of Rivers State. So they've started fighting him now. The thing is this: if you want to be a godfather, you do it with sincerity, we do it with purposeful, and you'll be able to accomplish what you want to do. And I want to say this with all humility and with all sincerity. Working and becoming a leader, it takes two to tango. You remember when I used to sing? In the they're saying that you chop here, I chop here, you chop here, I chop here. You give this side.
It depends them in the sweet.
It depends them in the sweet. Now,
is this his own turn?
The thing is gradually paining him now.
But he's going to lose.
He's going to lose from every angle.
Thank you so much, Mr. Felix, for this wonderful submission. On this note, of course,
I want to talk about Ben Nwabueze.
Okay, let's have you just in 2 minutes. Ben Nwabueze. Okay, what's happened to him?
This morning I woke up with a phone call, and a very close person called me and told me that I should confirm the story that the late constitutional lawyer, a renowned constitutional lawyer, Ben Nwabueze, has actually left this world, to the glorious above. And I just want to say this thing once and for all. I want to tell Igbos here in Nigeria and all over the world that Ben Nwabueze is someone that our generation and the generation to come will never forget. Is the brain behind the constitution we are seeing today. Is the brain behind so many things that Nigeria as a state, as a nation, is benefiting from.
So is the brain behind the constitution we are seeing today? I mean, the Nigerian constitution.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Was considered to be
Yes,
foul.
no, let me tell you.
lacunas.
The reforms that you are seeing in the Nigerian constitution today, that brought about the geopolitical zones, that tried as much as possible to decentralize the top, was Ben Nwabueze was the brain behind it. This is geopolitical zone. So many things. This is the electoral act. So many reforms that was carried out. That's what I'm saying. That makes things a little bit easier for ordinary man on the street. Constitutionally, was done by that young man there, Ben Nwabueze. So and nobody's talking about him. Why should we be focusing on all these political businessmen who does not know what it means to have an image, who does not know what it means to have integrity, who does not know what it means to be selfless. Ben Nwabueze is a man that his legacies can never and will never be written off in the history of the political system in Nigeria.
And may his mental soul rest in peace.
And is someone who believes in his conviction and acts according to his conviction. He has never compromised. He has never been found in anything that is incriminating. He preaches what he believes. His ideology is distinct. And I want to say, thank you, sir, for being part of this generation. And may your soul rest in perfect peace.
Amen to that. Thank you once again. Our sympathy, of course, goes to the immediate family of Ben for, of course, this unfortunate incident that took place. Was it yesterday or so? May God continue to give his direct and immediate family, of course, the heart to bear this irreparable loss. And of course, to humanity, he has run his race and have gone to be with his maker. And whatever he has done here on earth will be used, of course, to judge him before his maker. So we that are alive has the opportunity to right every wrongs and to use the opportunity given to us to better the lot of humanity and make the world better than you met it. Thank you so much once again for watching this morning. It's been a very interactive and elaborate moment here. And I believe for those who made their comment, thank you so much. We do appreciate you. Subsequent time, God willing, we shall read out your comments and of course discuss further on the sign ways. Thank you once again. I remain Chigozendebo, wishing you all the best of the day ahead. Remain blessed and have a safe day.